Yeah, I'm a psychic man. Because we knew that tonight we were going to do something different. I'm fucking terrible, boys. Fucking shit.
You don't have a good German accent.
I don't German. That wasn't supposed to be German. It was supposed to be fucking Cleo. It was awful.
Oh, you're trying to do a Jamaican accent? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, that was fucking terrible.
Are you trying to get Alex Sharpton to call us racist again, man?
Yeah, they could probably barely hear us. Barely hear you. I don't give a fuck. But you know what? We're here, and the reason I'm saying that we were psychic man. Like Miss Cleo.
Yes, because we were surfing the same wavelength tonight.
Yeah, we were like, we're planning on doing support tonight, which we will get to. So, don't worry about that. That will be coming your way at some point. However, I was like, you know what? I had a long day at fucking work. My brain is melted like butter, and I was like, you know what? Fucking just fuck it. I'm not in the mood to support. I just want to kind of let Maxwell here rant a bit. By the way, I'm Maxwell Maxwell.
He's Maxwell Cruise Control.
I'm Cruise Control, and this is
Cruise Silverhammer.
I'm Cruise Control.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And this is a nothing sacred, so sacred. Fuck
sacred,
this shit, man.
So,
this is exactly why I couldn't do anything
September
else tonight.
29th.
It is the fucking 29th. Wow, 29th. God damn it.
Dude, there's 3 more months of this fucking year, and that's it, dude.
Yeah.
Isn't that some shit?
It's craziness, man. The year's gone, and fall is officially here. It's definitely feeling a little fallish now.
Yeah, we're getting a little fall tree, too. Next week it's supposed to be really nice, man.
Yeah, it's 65 degrees. I'm actually going to walk out tonight and go grab myself a munchie meal from Jack in the Box after this
shit.
I mean, I need to get the fuck out of here, man, because life has been crazy. But yeah, it's Cruise. This is Nothing Sacred, where we bring you the latest news, or actually not news. We just talk about shit we want to. So go fuck yourself if you don't like it. And if you do, enjoy. If not, then, go your separate ways. You don't have to go fuck yourself. I mean, if you don't like it, if it's just, mad,
don't like it, turn it off.
We're the same thing. We'll put it this way. If you hate us, then go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Well, if you hate us, it's your personal opinion.
Yeah.
But then when you gotta cause issues for us, then you can fuck yourself.
Yeah. You can definitely go fuck yourself. And I think, so you can go fuck yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What's the first on the plate? Is that
right,
leading
man.
into that
or something? Last week was my birthday, and dude, pretty much everybody kind of bitched out on me, man. As far as hanging out, I had the whole week off, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna hang out with some people, and like Tim, dude, I call his ass, and dude, he's like, yeah, dude, well, actually, man, I had to sell my car, man, so I take the bus to get around now. And he's working at the Green Valley Grocery across the street from one of his condos that he bought 3 condos at the housing boom, and he was losing his ass, so he sold 2 of them. He was able to sell 2 of them, and the 3rd one he's living in now. So
okay, well, at least he was able to sell 2, but now he doesn't have a damn, dude.
Yeah, I know. And then he's working at the Green Valley Grocery across the street from his house.
It's all what that stems from, man. That stems from the need to want to be rich, want to be successful. And
that's what it is. It's in their mind. They have these dreams, like, yo, I'm gonna be
fucking retire at 52 and go sailing on boats with beautiful women twice as young as I am.
Dude, that shit, it's crazy. So there was that. Even Mac Metro bitched out on me, dude.
Wow.
He didn't even hang out with me. Only dudes that really hung with me last week was Steve and Sluggo. Oh, and my brother too. My brother actually came over. Actually, the night of my birthday, because we went and had dinner with my mom, and then afterwards he was driving me home, and I was like, "Hey, man, you mind if we stop and I grab some beer?" He's like, "Actually, I was going to ask you if you wanted to stop and go grab yourself some beer," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So
you guys just kicked it and hung out.
Yeah, just kicked it and bullshitted for a little bit, and that was good.
That's cool, because on your birthday.
But for the most part, man, I was just sitting here with my thumb up my ass. I mean, there wasn't shit really popping last week. I thought, not that I was going to have this major week of excitement or anything, but it was a little bit disappointing in that way. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. At least you didn't have to fucking work.
Oh, schlucky, man.
No, man, it was a bitch, man. It's just been a. And it's kind of like, I understand where you're coming from, where no one was there, and it's like, well, also, man, people are dropping like flies, man, in Vegas, dude. In terms of just not dying, but just dying in terms of leaving. They're bailing and jumping ship, man. You were like the only one sitting on that raft, man, going, I love it here on my raft. I got my canteen, I got my little teddy bear Joey. Oh,
Well,
or a
and
dick,
that's
actually.
the
They
thing,
call it
dude.
dick.
Yeah, you're right. All my friends, although, oh, I didn't tell you this, dude. Guess who's thinking of moving back here?
Oh, Mr. Wardle,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Mr. G. Apropos.
Bigotos? Yeah, exactly. He texted me. Actually, it was the week before I went on vacation, and he was like, "Hey, man, call me. I got some news for you." So I just thought he was going to tell me some dumb shit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, "Well, fuck it. I'm not doing anything. I'll call him." So I call him, and he's like, "Hey, guess what? We're moving back there next April." And I'm like,
Wow.
"Okay."
Why is
So well, then later he texted me a few days later, and he said, "Well, I guess it's going to have to wait a little bit. Something about we need the money or something like that.
I wonder why.
We won't be back till September of next year."
They probably couldn't hang. They probably couldn't stand it out there.
Well, he hates it, no question. He's told me that before, dude, that he doesn't like it there.
Is it just because it's so bad, so neck or two neck for GI even, man?
Well, there's just nothing to do. I mean, he doesn't have any
Wow.
friends. He doesn't have, at least out here he had people to hang with. You know what I'm saying?
he knew the area. He liked the area. It's a city. I mean, he's definitely would never have left if the circumstances didn't dictate that. Just like
No.
you, I think he's kind of like a kindred spirit in that way. Like you just don't, because there's been people who said, "Oh, well, now what is Max going to do? Is he going to leave?" I'm like, Max is never leaving Las Vegas.
Oh, so people have said that to you before, huh?
I've had some just think like, wow, since everyone's going, is he thinking about coming out and move? I'm like, I just laugh. I'm like, dude,
See,
no.
I can't, man, because I have too much tying me here.
I know, but even if you didn't have anything tying it, if everything dropped off, you wouldn't go anywhere, man.
You're right. Even when I didn't have shit happening,
No.
I still was like,
you would not go anywhere simply because first of all, you have a place that's yours. You love your place, regardless of what anybody else thinks. You fucking love it. It's your castle. It's yours. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's not like you're gonna fucking even if you let's say everything went to shit and you lost your job and everything went to shit, everyone obliterated, whatever. You still have your place because it's pretty much yours. It's taken care of.
It's my place. I don't have to pay rent.
Yeah, you have a minimum amount of bills. I mean, you'd be able to cover if you had to get back. Even if you had to get back. So to say, don't have a nightmare moment here. But even don't be triggered by this. But even if you had, for whatever reason, had to get back on Social Security, which I'm not saying you ever would, you'd still be able to handle your bills and be able to handle and stay there. And not so. There's no point in you going anywhere, really.
No. I mean, everything's
you
kind
are
of
there
locked in place for me.
When Vegas runs out of water and people are just leaving in droves and the place is just a fucking hellhole and you're 87 years old.
You're going to be sitting here,
You're
man.
going to be sitting there in your little apartment with your fucking shotgun on your lap going, God damn, I'm never going to damn place. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. God damn it, son of a bitch.
Yeah, you're right, man. I'm pretty.
Man.
My roots are pretty thick
See,
here,
I'm
man.
different, man. I like to I don't like having any attachments, and I've realized about myself lately, man. So yeah, you're definitely because you couldn't see yourself going anywhere, right?
No, hell no, dude. No, it would have to be a major sitch, man, for me to even when I was dating Koala, I talked about it, but when it came down to action, I wasn't down for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you. Well, yeah, yeah. That's the only thing that could take you away.
That's what stopped me, honestly.
I think part of it is. I mean, obviously, I think it worked out well because after that was when you really
started seeing things.
Well, not only that, but you got. I mean, and right now you got everything remodeled and shit in there. It looks nice. It's clean. It's comfortable. You have everything set up there. There's no reason why you would, especially routine ranger that you are.
Yeah.
I mean, you would no reason why you would leave. Well, me, I'm like I'm like throwing shit away. Like, oh, look at these CDs, thrown. Like I never watched these in 18 years, thrown. It's dropping everything and moving out here. And if I move from this place, I'll drop probably about 20 to 30% of the bullshit I've accumulated since I've moved here. Like, bye.
Yep. Like I've seen you do shit like that.
Yeah,
like, I just threw that fucking couch in the dumpster.
Yeah.
Like, okay, didn't you just buy that shit like a year ago? Yeah, but fuck it, I threw it away now.
Oh no, actually that couch, I had that couch for like 6 years or something like that. I don't know, 5 years, 4 years, something like that. Either way.
Yeah, something. But you wound up eventually. What'd you do with it?
I gave it to a place that gives it to Goodwill. They clean it up and they sell it in Goodwill shop. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
See, I gave back to my community. Yeah.
There it is, man. Doing your civic duty, man.
That's what I did, dude. That's what I do. So, but yeah, it's interesting how different we are.
It did kind of make me like, well, and this kind of leads me to something else, man. I never like to say I got lonely, whatever, but I was a little bit bored, and I was kind of like, damn, man, what the fuck, I got to get something going for myself, you know what I mean?
So let me guess.
Go for it.
You went on dating sites again.
Dude, I got a membership on eHarmony.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I know. And I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for it, dude.
Oh, why are you even admitting that, dude? I wouldn't even, dude. Oh, you talk about these sites, man. You're the one who talks about them all the time, man.
You know what? And I don't know if you saw my Facebook post yesterday, but I said something about it's kind of like the idiot that spends the money to call the psychic hotline just to disprove the fucking
theory,
the sham.
Yes. And you idiot, like what, $40 probably or some shit like that. You don't have to say
dude, it's more than that, dude. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
It was like one.
Oh my god! For how long? Did you even admitting that?
6 months.
Oh my god! Well, at least you got it for 6 months. Okay, that's not bad. That's 6 months is 6 months where you can actually. You know what? We're gonna do this.
What?
We are going to actually make this a thing, okay? Because instead of we're gonna take lemon out of lemonade for you being a dumbass, right? And because it's almost like me with this game I'm playing, man. Like I'm obsessed with this. I've been playing this shit every day for like 5 hours, and people are coming on going, "Dude, have you gotten your gear up?" Like, "Oh, I gotta get on and do this." I'm like, "It's not. It's a game. It's not a chore. It's a game. It's supposed to be fun." But with you, see, since you've already got it, you got it for this time. So now we're going to have a segment called. We need to think of a name for a segment regarding your eHarmony adventures.
Well, that's what we'll call it, eHarmony Adventures.
eHarmony Adventures, okay? so you're going to have to actually really, you know what, you've got it, so you need to use it, man. So
I've been using it, but here's the thing. This is what I'm leading up to here, man.
Okay.
Because, first of all, dude, none of these chicks ever message back. But here's what they do instead. They send smiles, or they send questions to you. Dumb shit, dude. It's like, this is such a fucking waste of time, man. How robotic and can you possibly be? When, hey, if I want to talk to somebody, I'll just send you a message and be like, hey, what's up? Da 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 da. And talk to them about something I saw on their profile, and that's the best way to do it, I think. But instead, they want to play games and send you fucking little stupid little icebreakers and fucking happies and jupies and all that shit, dude.
Yeah, they don't want to actually. They're flirting. They're trying to play you like a normal relationship dating scene, and it's ridiculous because the normal relationship dating scene is not what you're trying to get away from.
Yeah,
but it's like it's like everyone says that. Oh, I want to get away from the normal dating scene, and then they act exactly the same thing except online. They don't.
Well,
do
you know what?
And
this is kind of going into a bigger rant because. It's just everybody accepts this is how things are. Like, well, that's the way people meet nowadays. Like there's nothing wrong with it. And it's like, really?
Well, for some people, and there is nothing wrong with it. For most people, there is, but they're so it's just the way everyone's doing it because it's easy. It's the norm now. Of course, the chicks play coy. The guy has to, because the guys go after. I am a man who will fight for your earner.
Yeah, I have to chase you, baby. Oh,
and and then guys like myself, I'm just like, fuck. I'm not going to bother with that shit. I'm not going to play the game.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go to a gun. I'm not going to go to a gun show. Or I'm not going to go to a gun competition with a BB gun, considering it's a lot of it's visual and all that cues and all the that's why they have that smiley shit. They're trying to mimic the visual cues. Smiley, wink, wink across the room.
Like I got an email that said so and so can't stop smiling, which means they sent me a smile.
Oh, well, how about they send you a fucking note? And when you replied back, did you go, "Hey, I got a smile from you"?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what happened. This chick sent me a smile, so I write her a message. Well, then I see tonight that she sent me some questions. And I'm like, bitch, why don't you just ask the questions you want to ask via email?
Because that's how that works. It's robotic and safe at first, and then when you get close, you meet, and then you're supposed to go from there. So that's okay.
Dude, it takes all the humanity out of dating. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, there is no humanity in dating in the first place. That's why there's so many divorces. Dating never worked. You ever heard how many marriages actually start from dating? Like, oh, we went on a date. Some of them do, But most of it's like, well, I fucking ran into her in the fucking store and she dropped your fucking soup. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry. And then I was talking to her and I realized that she was a friend with Cassie. And then 3 years later, we were married. Or my friend Billy.
The conventional thing is supposed to be, all right, we dated for a couple months. And then we, there's that whole societal stupid fucking
but how does that
manual of relationships.
It's the manual of relationships. It's the step-by-step guide to what society deems correct, in relationships. And of course they get, that it's all the same posturing bullshit. And that's why the game is about, man. Well, you know what game is, right?
Game? Oh yeah, hell yeah, I know what game is.
No, I'm talking. Well, game.
It's like
like
you're starting it out as a game,
Yeah, that's right. We talked about game a lot. Basically, it's like, hey, baby, this is how you get this. Yeah, you make it a game because it's already a game. So you're like, if this is the game I have to play, why not play it my way by my rules? I get that. I just don't. I'm refusing to play the game. So I'm not doing that. See, now you can kind of play the game. So let's see. Did you get any of the questions that she had? So this is what we're going to do, though. We're going to...
Oh, you know what? I guess I could have opened up my my fucking email and see what...
Well, I don't know if is that a privacy issue or not. I don't know.
Well, I don't have to say her name. I just can say the questions that were asked.
Yeah, we'll say the questions that you're asking. Never mention any names or anything information about that. And this is what we'll do. We'll see what our answers are to these questions, both of us.
Well, let's see. All right, hold on. We can answer them over the show, huh?
Yeah, we can do that. So if you can get to that right now without any issues.
Okay, I'm actually doing that. I'm opening up my email.
Yeah. So you read the questions out. Obviously, we're not going to do it through the spook-to-phone. You have the goddamn.
I'll paraphrase what Jaws says.
Fucking Klingon, whatever.
Yeah, Klingon.
Seriously, blah 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 blah. It's like fucking. Can't even understand that shit. But anyways, yeah, let's do this. Let's make this a little part of our show here. The eHarmony Adventures. This is our first little...
eHarmony Adventures. Oh, the Icebreakers. Let's see.
Yeah, is that what they're called? Icebreakers?
Yeah, yep, exactly. One is called an icebreaker. Actually, the Smile, it's considered an icebreaker.
Yeah. And this is considered a something like deeper. You're getting deeper here. She's going to ask you questions. Now, can you ask her questions?
Yes, I can.
Can you ask her your own questions, or are these like staple questions?
I think they're canned questions you can pick from. That's what it looked like to me. Let's see.
You'd ask, do you have shoes on, bitch?
Yeah, shit that I want to know. Not the dumb fucking canned bullshit.
Do you have shoes on?
All right, here we go, man. Here's the email. It says
eHarmony email analysis by the Nothing Sacred crew here. We're just going to answer these questions like we said. So, deep questions. These are deep, important questions. That we're both each going to answer the question on the air here. So you can get a better idea of who we are as people, as individuals.
Yeah, we're actually, we're putting ourselves out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's funny that you broke down, man. I'm still a little bit like, but I'm also like, yeah, I know when you get bored and shit. Like I bought, you know how many games I have, dude, that I've played for like 5 minutes? I've probably spent $150 like in the last 6 months on games that I just don't play that much. I like them, they're fun, and I play them for like an hour, and then I have like there's so many of them that I have, but I get like, I want to do something new. That's my new
profile here.
Ooh.
This is her profile. Okay, that's not because it took me to her profile is what it did. Let me.
Oh, so you haven't answered these questions yet?
No, not yet.
No, so you got to find them. Okay,
all right,
first.
Let's see. Wait.
Yeah.
I think it's. Oh, inbox one. Oh, okay. It went to my inbox. I think. Hold on. Let me see a second.
Okay, so check that, and then
I'm doing that right now.
Go there to your little lovely little fucking investment here. You better get some use out of it, man. Hey, you never know. You could meet you see the commercial. That's probably what you did. Were you sitting there on your couch drinking a beer?
They show the commercials a lot.
Yeah, no, you were sitting. Wait, this is a scenario, dude. You were sitting on your fucking couch. Man, it's fucking Friday, man, or whatever, Thursday. There's nobody around. Fuck, man, I'm just sitting here. It's a bait, getting the man. The guy.
Are you kidding me? She sent me an email. I gotta see where these questions are, dude, because all it just says is hi, Maxwell.
Well, if you can't find them, we can always do that on our next show. We can start this as a week thing where you're finding these different chicks and seeing what they say. And it makes it elusive because they don't give real names and shit, and you got to go through all this bullshit to find all this stuff.
Yeah, man, that's another thing, dude. It's such a fucking clusterfuck here. Let me look at my activity real quick.
All right.
All she said, no, this is funny, dude, because I sent her a long fucking message. You know what I'm saying? And now I get this canned bullshit message back from her that says, hi, Maxwell. That's it. That's all it says. And I'm like, bitch, I just knocked out a nice message to you, and all you can say to me is, hi, Maxwell. Like, it's that one-word bullshit, dude. That mindless fucking brain-dead droney stupidity.
Yeah, and you think that like you get past it through the paywall, like, hey, we're paying for this, but you don't because it's fucking everywhere. It's
God damn.
I mean, that's all there's nothing else in that message.
No, I don't look like it.
Interesting.
That's a good chick.
But a moment of silence.
Okay. Let me look at activity though. Maybe
we'll look at real quick, and if you can't find it there, we'll just move on. So no biggies. But it's still we've got a new
around and it's fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah, we've got a useful. You'll get used to it, man. You probably haven't really used the site that much, so. But you'll get. Yeah, but then again, we can always do this on future shows. You got this because you got it for 6 months. You fucking dork.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. Quick questions. Let's see.
Quick questions. Here we go. We've got them up. Hopefully.
Hold on. This shit. Hold on. This shit is motherfucker. Ah, dude, this is annoying. I'm just getting irked just doing this.
Okay. So this is what you're gonna do. We're gonna chill out on this now. When you get used to finding out where all this shit is, we'll get on the next show and do it. So
okay, yeah, because I don't really know where to look exactly. So
you'll find it once you have time and you're not going, oh, we're on the show. You'll find it in like 5 seconds.
Of it too,
yeah, of course it is.
Okay,
man.
But next show, that's what I'll do. Next show, I'll lay it out. And I'll kick the questions to you that I was asked. I don't even know how the fuck to find that shit.
You will. You'll figure it out. You can.
Crazy. Yeah, I'll fuck with it later, dude.
Yeah, just don't. Like I said, it happens to me all the time when you're like it's on the spot. Like, I gotta find it, and you're worried about like you're hearing me all quiet.
Yeah, me, I gotta listen to it, so I'm kind of like I'm trying to listen to Jaws, and I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah, so we'll do it later on. Multitasking ain't your thing, which is good because you're fucking a single tasker. You're a fucking unit tasker, man. Which means you focus on one thing, get it done right, and then move along. Once again, I'm sorry. I'm definitely more of that line because that's becoming a dying fucking breed, man. People are like,
oh, dude,
you can only do one thing at a time.
Motherfuckers, dude. That shit pisses me off. Like, dude, stick to the fucking task. Come on.
So we'll focus on this now, but keep it up for the future, guys. We've got eHarmony Adventures. It's going to be something every show or two or whatever. We have more of that.
Yeah, and as soon as I find, like I said, when I know where to look and how to look, how to.
Now here's what you got to do though. This is your part in this, Max. Since you fucking spent. Fucking. Had a inverted penis moment where you were sitting there watching eHarmony crying into your fucking
I want some pussy.
Were you drinking a wine cooler?
Yeah, I think I might have been drinking. Dude, I got to tell you my box wine story, dude.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. So that's one thing. My friend Golden Retriever took me shopping last week, right? And I have something kind of about Golden Retriever too. That's kind of I don't think she listens, so it's not that big of a deal. But it'll be in our SMJ segments and stuff.
Okay.
But anyway, she took me shopping, and one thing I bought was a box of wine because I figured, okay, tonight, it'll be my birthday at midnight. Fuck it, nobody's hanging out with me, so I'm just gonna open this box of wine and get my goink on. And one person that did keep it real though. Shout out to Crystal, a.k.a. Chandelier, because I did hang out with her, actually, Friday night.
Oh, nice.
We went to, actually, it was me, her, and this friend of hers and the friend's boyfriend.
Oh, nice.
And we went to PT's Pub, man. We went and had a beer, so it was pretty cool.
Oh, cool. Well, shout out to Chandelier. I'll even call her that because
call her Chandelier, dude, on the show when we're referring to her now.
Is that because she hangs? She hangs. She hangs.
Because she can hang. That's why she's a chandelier.
Is that why? She's a chandelier because she.
I didn't even think about that, but that's cool. I dig that. So, anyway, so I get this box of wine, man. Okay, now this is talk about. Shows you that I'm just I'm a dumbass when it comes to, like.
You couldn't get the shit open.
Yes, exactly. So what I do, because I'm trying to, get the box open, where the nozzle area is and everything. So, dude, I grab a fucking steak knife and I start cutting at the box. Well, guess what else I wind up doing?
Cut up into the wine, yeah.
Yep, I pop the bag, dude, and fucking wine start dripping everywhere. And I'm like, son of a bitch. So, dude, I put the thing in the sink, and it drained out, dude. I didn't even get to drink it.
You didn't? Oh, you didn't get to drink it. You spent like 15. Wow, dude.
Yep, dude. I fucking popped this bag of wine, dude.
Oh, wow. What a shitty week, dude. That's got to be like, dude, your worst birthday week in a while, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty. I thought maybe something really cool would happen at the end.
No.
Oh, hell no.
You just had a box of empty. You couldn't even put it in there, like, drip it into a bowl so you could, like, drink it out of a
Wow,
that's what I would have.
An alcoholic move, man.
Hey, dude.
I'm gonna put it in a bowl.
Hey, dude. The night before your birthday.
Like
oh yeah, and not an alcoholic move is desperately trying to claw the fucking thing open with a steak knife. Fuck you, dude. Give me fucking shit. Oh god, I can't open it. Oh!
Yeah.
So that's one of those things where you got to think before. You should have had golden retriever. Hey, could you open this real quick before,
That's true. I'd be like, I've never really opened one of these before, but I thought I could get it, dude, because I thought it looked pretty simple and straightforward to me. But you know me, man. I am not a mechanical person. You know this.
Well, and it's got all these little. It's a very little, like thin thing. It's not like it's. It's not like it's like a very easy to see. I mean, it's like a very small little indention there where you got to like pull open the thing on the side.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So it's kind of.
Well, that's it. It wasn't opening fast enough for me. I'm like, God damn, is this thing gonna open? And so finally, dude, I just grabbed a knife and I was like, fuck it, I'll just cut it open.
So you're just sitting there sober all night, listen to the wine drip down your drink.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. That was my.
I bet you were pissed. Dude.
Well, actually, I had other things, dude. I had other stuff.
Oh, so you're like, fuck that. So you had. Oh yeah, so you got some beer and stuff. I hear you. Yeah, so you're good. Yeah. So you're like, fuck it. Yeah, but I can understand you wanted that wine. That would have been. Yeah, that would have been nice.
That would have been great, dude. Because it was that kind of night, man. It was kind of overcast and rainy and shit.
Yeah, and you wanted to listen to fucking Diana Ross and shit, and like cry about your problems. So yeah, your boredom.
Actually, yeah, that's all it was. Are you getting these like, melancholy fucking depresto? Dude, I can't believe I'm 41 now, man.
Yeah, and then you're not doing anything, and all your friends aren't there, and you're like, oh yeah, guess what I'm gonna do tonight? I'm gonna go out with my mom.
That was actually the coolest part of and then going out with my dad the next night.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but that was all you had. It was like, yeah, the coolest part was going out with my parents.
With my parents. Yeah, that's when you know you're getting old, man. I'm kicking it with my parents, dude.
Hey, well, you hung out on Friday night, so that was cool too. So.
Yeah, that was cool. Going out,
So you did something. You did something. But speaking of, you were saying Golden Retriever had something you needed to talk about, right?
Oh yeah. Well, actually, you know what, dude? Let me get into this little thing first, and then we'll kind of work into the SMJ-ery, dude.
Okay.
So, because I've had a few SMJs this week and last week and shit. But okay, so man, I went and checked out. Went to the sleep clinic today. Mm-hmm. Because and they wanted me to bring my CPAP. Apparently, there's an SD card in there that records my progress. Mm-hmm. To how I'm doing with the CPAP machine.
Oh wow, it has all that information. That's cool.
Yeah. So it stores it on there, which they told me to bring, and they said if you can't find the card, then bring the machine. And I was like, well, fuck, I don't know where the card is. The guy didn't show me, so I was like, I'll just bring the machine. It's small enough. It's portable. I'll just put it in my backpack. Mm-hmm. And I had a meeting for work before that, so I didn't want to schlep the CPAP carrying case to this networking thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm going to my sleep clinic after this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, you don't want to make it. It's none of anybody else's business except everyone who listens to the show, which could be anybody in the world. But yeah.
Oh, sure, of course, yeah. But you don't.
I know, Max. I know.
Case,
I know, Max. I know, Max. You're like, oh, look at him. He's got fucking blukadukia.
Hey.
None of anybody's business is what it is. So.
Yeah, well, at least those people. So I put it in a backpack, and it's conspicuous and whatever. Anyway, here's the part I was going to talk about, dude. I get to the clinic, and I walk in, dude, and there's this black lady sitting there. She's a patient. I guess she's waiting to be seen. And she's asking the lady behind the counter if she could sign her in because somebody had a service animal in there, and she's allergic to dogs, and if she gets too close to that dog, she's gonna break out. And dude, she was totally one of those people that we always talk about that milks their disabilities and illnesses and shit. And so she was talking about, yeah, because I don't want to get too close to that dog. I'll break out. You know me. If I break out, there's going to be a problem up in here. And
what? There's going to be a problem. Ooh, you break out, you're going to what? Your skin will get lighter, so you get better service? What? I don't know. Or worse service these days, depending.
Well, yeah, exactly. So then I go up to the counter, and the woman, I guess, didn't know, even though I had my cane in my hand. But the woman behind the counter must not have known I was blind. She was like, "Sir, can I help you?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a 4 o'clock appointment." And she asked me my name, so I give her my name. And she's like, "Okay, sir, can you sign in, please?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm blind." And I said, "Can you do it for me?" And she's like, "Oh, well, here, I'm sorry about that. Here's the pin." And, dude, she's holding the pin out to me. So then, dude, the black chick goes, "He's blind, ma'am. He cannot see to write." Like, oh, fuck.
You're like, motherfucking bitch, I got this covered.
Meanwhile, dude, okay, so the woman finally got it, I guess, and then I asked to use the restroom. I was like, "Is there a restroom in here?" And so the woman's like, "Oh yeah, this way." And dude, she's like walking over that way, but she's not. It's almost like she doesn't want to touch me or something, dude.
This is like an SM. You're an SML doing a sided McLeprosy. You're like,
yeah, exactly. That's more of a sided McLeprosy.
But since we are getting into this, why don't we take just a moment to play?
Hey, there's a blind man.
Oh,
something.
Blind man, I'm here.
You got a blind man because it's time for.
I'm coming. Don't worry.
Gotta save that blind man.
Gotta save him from danger.
Gotta save that blind man.
And gotta save him from strangers.
Yes, it's time for the SMJ report. Looks like we have a full one today.
Oh, I got a few things. Well, just to finish up on this whole part with the black woman, what I was going to say is, so then she starts making a big deal again. "Ma'am, he can't see where you're going. He's blind." And so then, dude, I go to the bathroom. I finally find the bathroom, whatever. I come out, and so then this black chick thinks she's helping me, So I go sit in the chair, and I'm waiting, and so the woman asked to see my CPAP machine. She was like, "Well, can you give me your CPAP machine, and I'll go ahead and download the data off it." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I pull it out my bag, and I pull the cord out. I'm like, "Oh, here you go," and I'm handing it off, and the woman goes, "She's not by you right now. She's not there." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. She's over," and I point over towards where she went. I was like, "She went in that office there," and the woman's like, "Oh, he be knowing. He know, because obviously he's pretty used to it."
Dude, it's total SMJ, man.
Oh, it's total SMJ.
He know. He got the mojo. He got the magic. Can you listen to my thoughts?
Yeah, I can. You know what I'm thinking, huh?
You know what I'm thinking. He got it. I got you. You got it, boy. Yeah,
boy.
Fucking Christ, man.
It turned from SMJ because, dude, I'm listening. She's got first of all, she's got an oxygen tank, and I hear this. Now, I thought this woman had to be about 50 or 60. Well, I hear her talking to somebody. Turns out she's 38 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this bitch is 3 years younger than me, and she's this fucked up. And then, dude, she's like talking to everybody about her fucking medical history, like people in the waiting room. She's like, "Well, that's why I got this cast on my foot. They just put the rod in it the other day, and then, I got a lot of stuff wrong with me. I got seizure disorder. I got bipolar."
Seizure disorder. What the fuck is seizure disorder? There's no seizures I've got. "Ma'am, I'm sorry, you've got seizure disorder." It's not like normal seizures where they're actually. This is seizure disorder. They're disorderly seizures.
Seizures that make you disorderly.
Yeah, disorderly.
So,
yeah. I got a rod in my foot for when I kicked the table when I spazzed out one day from looking at a strobe light.
Dude, But she had a fat ass laundry list of shit. She was like, and I got hypertension, and I've had 2 strokes.
And it's almost like she said, and last year I won an award for a great speech I did. A year before that I climbed Mount Everest. A year before that I went on a boating trip. It's like all these.
Shit, not with the rod in her foot, she did.
No, it's like but my point, it's almost like accomplishments. Like I've had 2 strokes. I've had this. I'm better than you because I've been sicker than you. So be respectful for me for simply being sick.
Yep, that's what it was, dude. It was the more disabilities, the more illnesses I have, the better, the more you should respect me and think I'm great.
And I guarantee you, she ain't working a goddamn lick.
Oh no, I don't believe she is.
No, she's got.
Oh, and then she was talking about how many kids she had. I think she had like 4 or 5.
Oh, of course, because no wonder she's disabled from the 4 kids she popped out.
At 30 motherfucking 8 years old, dude.
Well, that's 4. Well, you're gonna have kids there. You're gonna have kids early, but on oxygen, yeah, you're like. Oh.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, like, you really beat the fuck out of yourself, dude. Like, you know, us, we get all hypochondrified and shit if we get a little pain in our back or fucking chest or something, you know. And here's this chick gladly embracing disability, you know.
And that's why she was like, that's why she was so upfront with you, because she can speak for you, Max.
Yeah, because she knows how it is.
She's a DMJ, man. Yep, a disabled McJesus.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I know how
it is, because I don't have a clue, but I'm going to say I do so I can relate, so I can feel special, and I can feel like a victim, and I can feel like I'm struggling. So my pitiful existence for a life, which has absolutely very little meaning with my 5 kids, with 3 in jail, my broken leg, my oxygen-inhaled face, and my stroked-out, seizure-ridden life, I can say that I've done something.
Mommy, can we play catch? I'll take my oxygen mask off and use it as a catcher's mitt.
Except I've never actually had a seizure. I just had a moment where I felt dizzy. And I broke my toe because I was drunk one night and I kicked the table after drinking a box of wine that I was left in the fucking sink because I put a steak knife in it and I drank it out of a bowl.
No, her ex-boyfriend came home from jail and shot the box of wine, dude.
Yeah, like, fuck this bitch, you ain't getting no wine.
Bitch, you ain't, fuck you, bow, bow. Nigga, you shot my wine.
Well, now she's just drinking out of the box as it rolls down her chin, and then she hits her fucking foot, and slips on the fucking wine on the floor, and breaks her foot.
Oh, that could have been how it was done.
Something like that. But the point is, man, it's all about feeling good, because you were someone who she could feel like good about, because she was helping you.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was a disabled McJesus. It was like one of those people was like, oh, well, he's more disabled than I am. Not only can I still push my disability as a victim mentality, but I can also feel like I'm being a better person because I'm helping someone who's worse off than me. Yay.
Yeah, dude, actually, we do have to come up with a term, because I've had a lot of those, dude, in the past. Like,
disabled DMJ, like, man.
Or FMJs, Phoebe McJesus.
Phoebe McJesus.
You know, like, oh, you're a Phoebe, but hey, at least I'm not blind like you. You know?
or NA McJ. Or NAMJ, not alrighty McJesus.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can figure out something. But yeah, so that's the first going into that. So that was definitely an SMJ, but it was also mixed with some fucked up. Oh man, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like it was just a total circi, you know. There, it was just like okay. And then, dude, at one point the doctor came out and he was talking to another patient, and she had to make it a point to say hi to him. And he's like, actually, it's funny because I don't think he really knew who she was, dude.
She's just another goddamn fucking ignorant fucking bitch.
Oh God, who's this bitch? She knows me for some fucking reason. I guess she's been in my office.
Another sickie who's going to come and to reaffirm her sickness to make herself feel good about herself in her sick twisted world.
That's the crazy shit, dude. Because here it was, I'm in there going, oh fuck, man. I hope I'm all right. You know, hope it's good. Which, by the way, just to tell you, I did gain some weight. That's one thing, dude. I'm like up to 240 now.
Wow, 240. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, so I gotta start doing some exercises or something, man. Because
you probably felt so much better that you ate more.
I may have had more of an appetite. I don't know.
But I mean, other than that, is everything else looking better for you, Max?
Oh yeah, but when he looked at my thing, he said, "Wow, and he wasn't doing it in an SMJ way. It was like he was like, "I'm proud of you." He was like, "You are one of my only patients that uses their CPAP machine every night." And I'm like, "Most people don't." And he's like, "You'd be surprised." And I'm like, "No shit."
Why would you not use it if it makes you feel better in the morning? But
Fuck, and I told him
why
that.
would you
I
get
said,
bent
God,
and get drunk
said,
and it makes you feel like shit every morning? So
yeah, I said I noticed the difference. I was like, God, I have more energy and I feel more alert. And I said even if I don't sleep great, I still can function. I'm not just a fucking zombie all day. But he said everything looked really good. He's like, your heart and lungs are great, and he was checking, my breathing and everything. Just like we're putting his hand on my chest and on my back and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah. He was like, oh no, everything's good. And so I asked him, I said, well, do you think there'll ever be a point where I don't have to use that machine anymore? And he said, well, if you lose like 30 pounds, you should be fine and wouldn't have to use it anymore.
Wow. So you're like, okay, that's motivation, dude.
Right, exactly. Like, yeah, man, well, fuck, let me see if I can actually do what and I've been thinking about it, now I need to actually fucking do it. I got to start doing, like, maybe push-ups and sit-ups, which I can do here, man. That's easy enough to do here. Just do some sets of push-ups or
Yep, you can put your feet under your door and just, boom, do those.
Yep,
and then do
under my bed,
yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, get some
sit-ups
and then after the first 5, you're like, oh, fuck!
Oh, I know I'm going to feel some pain.
Because your gut will be pushing into your fucking self, and you're like, ugh. And
then, too, I have the treadmill, too, so I can do that.
Do that, man. Get some music going and just put on the treadmill and go, man. Or listen to an old show. Or
it's good, though, man, because like I said, apparently I must not have haven't had any, because some people, like my buddy I was talking to you about yesterday, I think, because he was telling me, dude, I think he still has some episodes, even though he still uses his CPAP mask.
Because he's still a big dude.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the thing. You're just getting bigger and bigger. 240. I mean, you were 220, and you were like, man, I'm big.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, that's 20 pounds. Fuck.
Yeah, it just goes on. Like, I think I'm gaining a little bit, too, so I need to get out and move. That's another thing I wanted to talk about after this. Well, not really talk about, like, a very basic, brief one, but we're doing SMJs, so let's continue on that. So
let's get the SMJs. All right.
So we got that. So we got the one.
I had an SMJ just today, actually, at this networking thing I was at. And this woman, she works for, I don't know, one of the agencies or whatever that was there. And she starts talking to me, and she's like, and of course she's old. There's a kind of a Phoebe MJ right there, FMJ right there, where, old people do that a lot because it makes them feel better about their fucked up condition.
Yeah, about them getting close to dying.
Exactly. Like, so they're like, oh, God, finally somebody who's not as bad as me, So she comes over and she says something about, can you see it all? I'm like, no. And she's like, wow. She was like, that's amazing. You must be a real go-getter. And I'm just like, well, I mean, what choice do I have? I've been this way all my life. So, and then, of course, she had to use the I word. Wow, you are an inspiration. And I'm just like, fuck you. That's what I wanted to say.
You just say, fuck you.
I totally wanted to, but I gotta hold my tongue because I'm at work,
You get like, oh yeah, you gotta grit your teeth and be like, all right, inspiration. You're the meaning in my life. Fucking Peter Cetera loves you, bitch. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, exactly. And then yesterday I had a guy calling me Tiger at one of these networking things.
Dude,
it was like, because he was helping me get food, right? And he's like, oh, I'll get some stuff. And he was like, what do you want? And I was like, well, what's up there? So he was telling me, and I said, and of course he's another old fucker. Who works for a mortuary. And so he goes and he gets all this, he gets the shit, and he's like, all right, there you go, Tiger. And I'm like, nigga, really? And he did it twice, too.
Tigers.
Another time.
All right, Tiger. And you're like, they're great.
Hey, big guy. What's up, you power pack rad dude guy?
Tiger.
Hey,
Some Tiger, dude. That's it's a dude. It's the same thing, oldster, but it also is like, hey, I'm a dude, and you're not as much of a dude as me. How old was it? Like old dude, or?
I would guess he's in his 60s.
Yeah. Well, that's not as old as
he
used
fucker,
to be. Yeah.
But he's still working,
All right, Tiger. You're like, oh, okay.
There you go, Tiger.
It's like, what do you think? I'm a black golfer who had an adulterous relationship on his wife that ruined his career? The fuck are you trying to say?
Yeah. And I should have corrected him. I'm a goat, not a tiger, motherfucker.
Goat? Yeah, call me the goat. All right, goat. If he did, he'd be like, oh, thank you.
Hey, I am goat, goddammit.
Thank you for that. Don't call me fucking tiger like you're going to wear pajamas. Like, I think of Underoos and shit and Tony the Tiger fucking
That's what
Saturday
I think, too.
morning
As a
cartoons.
kid, just fucking, little Superman fucking Underoos and shit.
So you got those this week. I
got that one, and then there's one more that I was telling you about. It was the Golden Retriever one, where so this is what she wants to do. She's in this. I told you I went to the writers group, right? With her.
Yeah.
And so I guess she's in this writers group now. Well, she's got this harebrained idea. She wants to write a story about my life.
Oh, God, dude, because she can't figure out something on her own.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
she's probably like, I don't know what the fuck
because
to
she
write
thinks
about.
my story is just so inspirational that she needs to write a story about it.
It's so inspirational.
So,
Every
dude,
Saturday night, Maxwell Silverhammer brings home 2 steel reserves and an ice house and gets bent to the curb while watching people get beat up by law enforcement.
No, it's 2 steel reserves, 2 ice houses, man. Get it right.
Oh, you've upgraded. You've got the double-decker sandwich going on.
Damn right, man. I got a double meat sandwich now.
Double meat sandwich. So that's your inspirational story there. Maxwell Silver waking up on a Sunday morning in his own jism.
She wants to interview my mom, and she wants to interview my brother and my dad and everybody. And I'm like,
God, did you say no?
Well, I said I really don't want that attention. And, dude, she was really pushing for it. Well, here's the thing, though. She doesn't want to do it as, like, something like... See, at first I thought she wanted to sell it. Like, ooh, I'm gonna make some screeklins by selling this book, by selling this story. But apparently she just wants to do it for her writers group, which, all right, man. If she wants to get her Jesus McJollies off on that one, that's okay.
It's only because she's a friend. Otherwise, you'd be like, bitch, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, just a random motherfucker? Oh, hell no.
Only because, even then, it's like, she only knew, to me, it's like, what, do you have to take time out to talk to your mom and your fucking family?
Like, what was he like growing up?
He's a fucking kid, man. He used to throw rocks in windows and get other people blamed for it.
Piss off fucking roofs and shit.
Yeah, and get other people blamed for it. Fucking...
Right. I mean, my story's not that goddamn remarkable, I guess.
It's not. It's just a story, man. It's like everybody else's
it's
story.
Normal growing up. I mean, I didn't have trials and tribulations.
You didn't fucking get raped by dozens of ubangis when you were 12 and have to be raised in a slave trade and get escaped at 18 to go start a commune or some shit. You just
and then when the natives took my parents and raped my mom in front of me and made me smell it afterwards.
Yeah, then raped my dad too with a shotgun and blew a hole in him while the gun was in his asshole. And I saw the bullets fly out of his chest and his stomach explode and fall out like a bag of
fucked his chest cavity
Snickers.
They took his heart and his empty chest cavity and began to sodomize that too.
Yeah, and in front of me, and then they fucking
fucked the bullet holes in it.
Yeah, then they took his brain out and smeared my face with it and fucked my mouth. Well, anyway. Okay, so, yeah.
So, yeah, dude, I mean, it's like, there really wasn't much. I didn't have struggles and stribulations going on. You know what I mean?
None, dude. Your struggle was whether you were going to get Pizza Hut or Domino's that evening, or whether you were going to eat at fucking Texas Steakhouse or fucking...
You're right. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, Thursday night, Maxwell had to eat a TV dinner at home.
My God.
Oh, my God. That's a struggle. The other nights, he went out to fucking Macayos and fucking...
Oh, dude, but there was the one struggle. You remember when I first learned how to cook something?
Oh, wow, yeah.
That's a struggle and strabulation right there.
No, yeah, I'm sure, man. That was in your late 30s and shit, so...
Yeah, but think, dude, it's still part of my life. You know,
the reason why you never had to learn to cook is because you ate at restaurants all over. Fuck.
Yeah, no shit. And so then when I moved out, I'm like, I guess I better microwave my shit now.
Because you probably, when I'm thinking about it, you probably didn't eat that many TV dinners when you're... You had a couple, like, probably had the Hot Pockets and shit in there.
Growing up, I did eat a lot of, like TV dinners.
Oh, yeah, because that's, to make when you're sitting there chilling watching TV, just throw it in the microwave and then eat it, yeah.
Yeah, and you're a kid, and that's...
Pizza rolls.
You always go out every night.
Pizza rolls and stuff like that, yeah. So you did have those nights, those bare nights when you had to struggle with the pizza roll.
Yeah, and fish sticks.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God.
Those kind of things, man. You know what I'm saying?
Life, dude. You know what I'm saying, man?
Dog, growing up hard and blind, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, one time we got
the oppressive system.
One time we got Domino's and only one pizza came, and I only had 2 pieces that night. I was mad. We were supposed to get 2 pieces.
Nigga. Fuck that.
So anyway, yeah. So that's funny that she wants to do that, which is it is, but it's like, okay, but then again,
I feel better that she's not, dude. I actually thought she was gonna try to make a book out of it, dude, and like try to sell it or something.
Yes,
I'm like, oh, I definitely fucking don't want that.
No.
You know, and that's what I told her. I said, I really don't want that attention. And she was like, well, you know, I could make it a fictional account. And I'm like, well, I mean, do you have to do it at all? And she was like, well, just so you know, I'm doing this for my writers group, not to sell, not to make money off or something. I'm like, oh,
it'd be funny if she did a fictional account, because that would be like, oh, this is gonna see how wrong she is about shit.
Well, you know, that would be interesting, dude. Like to see how she could twist it up and make it weird. So, but so that was those were my SM Janwiches that were
okay. Well, I've got actually an observation that I wanted to bring up about previously about something, because you're talking about how you felt old and alone last week. Well, here's your balance. This is a subtle balance, and it gets more subtle as you go along. You're gonna pick this shit out to kind of feel good about life and keep on going. But think about what you're like. Oh, I'm old and blah. But you got this today, where yesterday, where you're like, oh wow, that 5 times I stop breathing every night. That's crazy. And then you find out that someone else is doing it like every hour, like twice as much an hour or some shit like that.
He said 72 times an hour he stopped breathing.
Yeah. So
and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
For real?
So that's more than once a minute. So so yours is like that. So you're like, okay, well maybe I'm not. Then you go today and you find fucking Baggy Miss Baghamtons or whatever the fuck her name was, Sikkim Silma. And she
ghetto fucking disabled,
and she fucking is 38 and like can barely even be near a dog and shit, and is having oxygen like whenever she moves around, not just at night when she's laying around.
Oh hell no, dude! She's got a bunch of shit wrong with her, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So she's got so much shit wrong with her, while you're like older and don't. So it's like, you know, I do have my issues, but hey, that's kind of your little bit of a reassurance that maybe all is not as bad as it seems.
Well, that's it. You know, it gave me some perspective for sure, man, because, you know, when I hypochondricize and all that, and then I go into the doctor and he's telling me how great everything is and, you know, how he's proud of me for using the CPAP every night and how my heart and lungs are good and, you know, all this shit. And I'm like, wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you're like, well, hey, shit, man. So that's my little takeaway from that is that you know, you had a down week, but you're coming back, and then you're realizing, hey, you know, I'm okay. I'm back. I'm good.
Well, this week was good, man. Seeing the Kraken. He bought me lunch yesterday. You know, so that was cool. We had a good day yesterday. We had a really productive, you know, we went out and you know, went to a networking breakfast and spoke to an activities director.
Did a bunch of shit, yeah. Did a bunch of shit. Good shit yesterday. It was a good day. Probably an easy, fast day. Went by quickly.
Well, you know what, man, and all bullshit aside, you know, hey, I complain about, oh, man, nobody hung out with me and all that shit. But, hey, man, I got to – if those were the worst fucking things that happened to me last week, then I'm pretty good. I'm pretty all right, man. I can't really complain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just chill, and you just got to relax and just – that's kind of what I'm actually thinking about taking a couple of days where I don't do a goddamn thing, just taking them off. Just
dead days of nothing.
Although that's my only rant this week is that I do need to – fuck, man, I'm getting a little bit of that kooky, crazy – closed in. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna go get the fuck. A little bit cabin fever, just because I work from home, and so I live in a place where it's just here. I talked about this before, where I turn around and there's my computer desk, and I turn around and there's my work desk.
But you have your improv stuff, right? Don't you do?
Yeah, I'm doing more of that stuff. I'm doing some karaoke, and I'm going out more. But it's every day. Like I haven't talked to anybody in a couple of days because I mean, outside of work. There's no one that. What do I do? Well, I've gone to the store. I said hey to the dude at the store, but
right,
you know, but still.
But when you play your games online, you guys have dialogue.
Yes,
don't you?
we do. So I have talked to those people, but I'm saying it's all in the same space.
Yeah, you're kind of in the same box doing the same shit.
Like right now, I'm like,
fuck out of here.
Like that's why I'm like tonight. Do I just want to order something because I'm hungry? But I'm like, nah. I think I'm gonna take a walk. It's only 9. I think I'm gonna take a walk.
Nice and shit.
Yeah, take a walk down to the jacket that munchie meal, the grilled cheeseburger.
Yeah, that's your kind of shit, man.
Yeah, you're not gonna dig that, but I'm gonna say it anyways because I want you to go. Oh.
Hey, man, why don't you just go to Wendy's and have a Baconator, homie?
Because they don't have Wendy's here. They're all closed. They have no Wendy's
really?
here.
You guys don't have Wendy's?
Nope, they closed down. The people that owned them closed them. There's no Wendy's here in Oregon right now. Not Oregon, but here.
Oh. And I got a gift certificate from my coworkers for $25 to go to Chili's.
Oh, nice.
So next week, Kraken and I are going to go to Chili's for lunch.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be pretty cool, man.
Yeah, man, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? The simple fucking pleasures in life.
It's
better than being like fucking
it's
that
better
bitch,
than looking.
that ghetto bitch in there who's, limping around with a fucking cast on and an oxygen tank.
Yeah, it's better than waking up at 7 times in the night instead of none, because you don't really wake. You might wake up to adjust stuff, but you're not going.
Well, that's the thing. If I do wake up, it's deliberate. It's like, oh, I got to piss or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But nothing. Not where I'm choking or. See, that's the thing. I didn't realize I was doing all that shit. It wasn't until the next day when I'd get up and I'd be like, damn, shit, I feel like I've been running, or something,
Because you have, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
But now, man, it's okay. So we got goals, man. So we got the eHarmony Adventures. That's a mistake that you can flinch off, and we all have it, man. Like I said, we all have it, dude. We all have that shit.
Well, especially like you said, man, I rail against it all the time, and then I go and fucking do it. So it's like,
yeah. Well, hey, but now we can use it, and we can actually use it as an experiment. So just be into it, man. Try to use as much as you can. You have it. I mean,
I do. I do get in there, and I even have it downloaded on my iPad too. I have the app. So
yeah. So we're gonna the eHarmony Adventures. We also have your quest for to lose weight. I'm gonna try to lose some shit too. Yeah, maybe I'll get my weight. I don't know if my scale even works. I haven't used it in so long. Maybe I'll check my weight and be appalled and be like, all right, it's time to do a challenge or something. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, I mean, other than that, man, only thing I've been just bummed. Work has just been ripping the shit out of me, and it's just because
what's going on with that?
Incompetence. It's incompetence in a couple of ways. They've changed a lot of things that are just stupid in terms of policy, but also it's just incompetence in terms of organization skills. Like today, we log into a new phone system today, so we knew it was going to be crazy shit because people are stupid. I don't know how to do this, and they're asking every single question. Where's the link? The email's right there. I don't know. Just do it. Just click on that fucking link and log in like it tells you to. Get in and then figure it out. And
these are customer service agents?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Damn, these motherfuckers sound like they don't belong working there, dude.
Of course they don't. That's why the customer service agent, that's why people don't understand. There's a difference between customer service agents and good customer service agents. And the good ones are good. In other words, they're smart, they got their shit together, they know what they're talking about, they know the rules, they know how to work around things they need to or talk to people. The dumb ones will ask you I don't know, why can't I give a refund? Because they can't verify their information. Oh, this is a standard rule that you've known for 7 months. You've worked here. Why don't you? Because you can't do it for security reasons. What does this person's asking for one? Well, they can't get one because they can't verify their information. So go fucking dumbass. Same shit like that over and over and over again, asking the same question because they're so unsure and they're so afraid of getting in trouble.
Reminds me of the people that we used to go to improv with that didn't know how to play the games that they played thousands of times.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It's like, but this is literally the problem with this is, and this is part of my rant, my little rant to end this thing tonight. So are you got anything else, or?
I got one more thing. You talk about incompetence. It just reminded me.
Okay,
actually.
so
go ahead and do your
we'll
thing. I got one more piece.
Okay, cool. So basically, it's just like these people, they're so stressed out because they're afraid of getting in trouble. And like today we had a little bit of a battle because, not because of the agents, but this lady's like, they were starting to send people home early because the availability time on calls was long, right? And we're like, why are you doing that today? This is a new call system in here. This is the perfect time to have people here because there's availability. They're not getting rammed with calls so they can actually figure out their goddamn systems and get everything working smoothly. So one lady is going, oh no, I said no, but and the other person's going, well, we have to follow. There's too much availability in our statistics and numbers. So it's just like that contradiction again. Like,
Jesus.
Fucking, it's all stress. It's all these pulling 7 different ways because everyone wants everything to squeeze as much fucking profit and as much goddamn shit out of everyone as they can. So it just becomes a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Or as we were saying in our chat, because we couldn't say it during, it's a flustercuck today, man. Just a flustercuck.
Oh, I see. You got to kind of spoonerize it. Have fun with it.
Spoonerize it because otherwise, but we were really just like, oh, this is unbelievable.
That's some Jimbosity, man.
It's just Jimbosity, like just shit that just doesn't make any sense. But it doesn't make any sense because you've got 2 different people contradicting. You got, like I've said before, you've got average handle time, which is the amount of time you're on the phone, and then you've got resolve on first contact. So that's a contradiction because to resolve on first contact, sometimes it takes a long fucking time to do. So, but then you've got these 2 competing and warring things. Well, the call's got to be shorter. Well, but it's also got to be first call resolution.
Right, you got to answer my shit when I ask for approval.
And there are 7 of those things. So they all pull on each other at the same time. So it's like it's all in the design too, because they get these people who love this shit. They love all the rules and all the shit and all the things and all the statistics and it's like go for it, man. Fuck that. If they just fuck it. I mean, I almost. You know what's bad sometimes, and it's not saying it's a horrible job, but it's just a job. But sometimes I'm like, I wish they'd find something and just let me go so I can collect unemployment for a month or two. Just fucking chill.
So you can still get paid by them, but not have to deal with their shit.
Shit, God, that'd be life right now, man. Just even. but of course, I can't do that. The only way to do that is the way that the nightmare way we were discussing earlier, which is trigger warning. Oh fuck.
That's double, man.
And that's just like a give up. That's just a give up on life equation there.
Yeah, that's somewhere you never want to go again, man.
You're handing your testicles. The only way I do that is if something happened where I couldn't work. And I would do that.
Well, you'd have to get fired, dude. That would be something.
I'm talking about couldn't work like I lost my vision or some shit like that. Like I couldn't.
Like something really catastrophic.
Spocular dracatosis or some shit like that, and my left fucking elbow had spread to my whole body, and every time I typed something, I shit myself. Whatever. So that's just my little, just more observations about that. Just how fucking yeah.
Damn,
makes you shake your head. So
well, the last thing I'm speaking of incompetence, or well, not even incompetence, just incompetence, dude. And this is medical incompetence. So the girl that my brother's dating, I guess I don't know what the fuck she was going to. This is why you don't fucking go to doctors when you're not sick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So she goes to this doctor and whatever, they want to test her heart and do all this other kind of wild shit. So they send her to a cardiologist. So she goes to this cardiologist and she gets the results back, dude, and they're fucking horrible. I mean, we're talking, you're at death's goddamn door. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got clogged valves and clogged arteries, and you got this and, you're like this woman in the clinic today that I saw, and so, of course, my brother's flipping out and she's flipping out and all this other shit. Well, guess what happened, man?
Wrong file.
Yep, you got it. Yep, and the same thing happened to my brother years ago. I don't know if you remember that, where he had a blood work done, and then they called him up and they're like, you need to get to a hospital immediately. Your blood work does not look good. And, so you start thinking really that there's shit wrong with you, and you start feeling sick and whatever. Anyway, it turns out these motherfuckers kept the blood out and it got contaminated, dude.
Wow. So,
you know why? I'll say it right now, dude. There's a bunch of foreigners working in these fucking places. That's why, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is, dude. You got a bunch of fucking Mexis and Pinos, dude, working in these bitches, dude.
Pinos? I've never heard that one.
Man.
Oh, Pino, yeah.
They're all Filipino and fucking Mexican, dude, that work in these places.
Oh, don't say such a thing, Maxwell. That's awful.
Even though it's true.
No, it's awful. It's awful. Don't say that. But
I like that Pinos. I mean, I could have said flips, but I like Pinos better.
So was she going just to get the routine shit done and felt fine?
Yeah, pretty much. I think she was just getting a checkup or something.
Wow.
I don't think she was having any issues.
Wow, because most of the time your body will tell you when shit's going wrong.
Dude, that's why you don't fucking go to a doctor unless you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody tells me, oh well, now you're getting in your 40s, you got to start going for prostate exams and colon. You know what, dude? If I don't feel sick and there's nothing going wrong, I'm not going to a doctor.
Yeah, I mean, hell, the only reason you actually went for the CPAP because you got heard people going, dude, you need to.
Yeah, people were telling me like, hey man, shit doesn't sound good, dude. You need fucking help. You know?
And then you were probably also like, well, I don't feel that great in the morning. But otherwise, you didn't feel terrible. You just felt, you didn't really realize how bad you felt, probably.
Well, that's it. If like nobody, like I didn't speak to anybody and nobody ever said anything, then I'd have probably just continued just life as normal, you know?
Yeah. But now you've got direction, and so you can correct things now. But but you did say you went there and said, all right, I did it. But before that, you were like, there's no need. You need to get a fucking this and that, and you got to go check every fucking 6 months and this shit and that shit. I'm like, man, part of me is like, I don't even know what I know in a way. I just want to fucking go.
That's it. And that's the whole thing about like fucking, like everybody has a primary care physician. Everybody thinks I'm nuts because I don't. I'm like, I don't even have a doctor.
I don't either. I don't have any of that shit. I don't, if I have to get a checkup, I'll go and see how fucked up I am. Probably some shit that needs to be worked on. But there's probably shit that I can just work on by being common sense, eating better, and losing weight, and not drinking as much.
A little more active,
yeah,
you know?
and being more active, you know.
Yep.
Simple
exactly.
shit that'll still change shit and do shit, you know, that'll work on shit. And if it's too bad to be worked on, yeah, I'll go and I'll do all this shit, but I'm not. But I'll know probably. And if I don't, then I should have gone 6 months earlier. Well,
either way, yeah, if it's gonna take you out, you know, I mean, fuck, it's gonna take you out anyway. You know,
or if it's not, you know, it's too late for you now. You could have came 6 months. Well, I wasn't sick. I didn't feel sick 6 months earlier. Well, you should have just been. What? So you can
be
look
preemptive.
So you can look at everything in my body, like everywhere, and find the thing that's wrong with me that you didn't find in the 20 other people that you've actually looked for. That shit, it took them fucking months to find out what was going on with my dad. So it's like,
yeah.
So it took a while.
By then it was too late anyway.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 months. Like you went and started talking. It was like 2 or 3 months later that they find out the test got back. So it's like Jesus Christ, you know. Whatever.
Dude, that's man. So yeah, here it was. So even if he wanted to be preemptive, he couldn't be because they still had to wait for the results.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess the point is, and is that you've got to, you know, just live. I guess deal with it. Sometimes you got to go to the hospital. They're there for a reason. There's a reason why health. I mean, I'm not one of those people who says medicine ain't good. They don't know what they're talking about. Half the time
you need to take some herbal supplements.
Half the time they don't know what they're talking about, though. Sometimes, a lot of times they're incompetent, just like any other profession. But a lot of times they do, and they will save you. But you know, I'm just not gonna trip over. I'm not one of those people who gets all tripped out over it because I'm the type who will. So I'm like, fuck that.
Well, that's it. It'll totally ruin. So any remainder of time I'll have, I'll be so stressed out anyway that I'm not going to enjoy it. So it's like, fuck, I want to enjoy the life while I have it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to enjoy the life like you have it. Well, anyway, I'm going to go enjoy some food because my stomach is fucking rolling and rolling.
I'm going to probably, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Fuck.
You're going to hang out.
Jack off.
You got to work tomorrows, right?
I got some, just for a couple hours.
All right, but then the weekend comes. My weekend coming too, so I'm going to enjoy tomorrow. It's going to be a pain in the ass. But otherwise, we're going to be done for the night. This has been Nothing Sacred for the 29th of September 2016. I am Cruise Control.
I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
And that's the story there, bitches! See you later, man. This was a good idea. Support coming up soon. We'll see. We'll figure that out. Later, bitches. Once again, I'm Cruise Control. I'm the man. Fuck Maxwell. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Fuck you too, Cruise
He can go suck a CPAP machine, motherfucker.
Hey, you dick.